Hi everyone. This sequence is specifically for panic attacks while driving. I know it might seem very specific, but I actually know lots of people that struggle with this, and I feel like once you have that original trigger, that original panic attack, it can feel like a lot to even think about driving to the grocery store, to even think about driving your kid to school. And I want to start with just giving yourself a little bit of grace there. The nervous system is interesting in the sense that when it's stuck in that fight flight reaction, it feels as if that original trigger stays alive. So this sequence is to help pull that apart a little bit, maybe unpack this a little bit so that you can get a little bit of distance from the original trigger. Or maybe there were multiple triggers. But anyways, I want to start with one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. And take a deep breath in, holding at the top. Slow exhale. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to rate how intense is the fear about driving. And it could be multifaceted in the sense that you're terrified of driving, but you're also scared of having a panic attack. So there's more to this. Just notice where that number is. It might be a 10. It might be a 10.5. And when you're ready, repeating after me as we tap along. If this is your first video, welcome. I just want to remind you all that every tapping practitioner has a different style. So if you don't particularly resonate with mine, check out someone else's. I think that's the beauty of this. It's about making this tool your own so that you can regulate in the moments that maybe feel more challenging. But anyways, back to the sequence. Repeating after me. Even though I'm terrified of having a panic attack while driving, I'm learning to love and accept myself exactly as I am. Even though I wish I didn't have this relationship with driving, I'm learning to love and accept myself just as I am. And even though I wish I could just relax and drive like it's no big deal, I'm choosing to give myself grace in this process of unfolding and releasing the past. Moving to that first eyebrow point, and again, if this is your first sequence, just follow along. And the point on the bra line, if you don't wear bras, it's about 4 inches below the armpit. You won't be able to see in this video, but when I'm on my tippy toes, you can. But anyways, back to the eyebrow point, repeating after me. I am terrified. And it's even worse on highways with multiple lanes of traffic. Don't get me started on the bridges and the steep hills. And I notice just thinking about it now, and give yourself permission, think about it now. Make it real now. It's safe to do so. Just thinking about driving on the highway or driving somewhere simple, I start to feel sweaty. I start to hold my breath. My entire body starts to feel rigid. I feel like I'm losing control of my body. At least that's what the fear says. The fear says I've lost control of the vehicle and my body. And oh my gosh, even just thinking about it right now feels intense. And without repeating after me, I want you to put yourself in the last time you maybe tried to drive or thought about driving and felt flooded with panic. And I want you to just locate where in your body, where specifically does it tighten? Where does it clench? Where does it feel stuck or constricted? And I want you to notice with curiosity, interesting. Maybe it feels like your entire body. Maybe it's your belly and your butt. Maybe your jaw tightens. Just notice with curiosity. Repeating after me. I hate feeling this way. I don't like feeling so trapped because I'd love to feel independent. I'd love for it to be no big deal to go visit friends. I'd love to get excited for mini road trips. To not even think twice about it, just hop in the car. Maybe enjoy a podcast or some music. I would love to feel that way again. And I'm grateful that I have made progress. Over the years, I've made steady and continual progress. Sometimes I forget to give myself credit for the progress I've made. And it's really the baby steps that have allowed me to build this progress. So what if I take the time frame out of it and I continue taking baby steps? Slowly raising the bar on this challenge. Not to torture myself, but because I know I can heal this. Part of me knows this is a very common and shared experience. Even people that don't get panic attacks while driving, it's still a stressor on the body. I'm choosing to give myself grace and let this process of healing take as long as it needs to. Because I know I want to feel free again. I want to be able to see friends again. No big deal. And when I imagine myself someday in the future, free, driving, surprised that I forgot to even worry about it when I arrived at my destination, I notice how relaxed my body is when I imagine being free again. So I simply open up to the desire, knowing that baby steps will pave the way. I can do this, one baby step at a time. This time, actually, I want one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Take a deep breath in and hold. And when you feel ready, slowly release that breath through the nose. And if it feels supportive right now, let the breath choose a slower cadence than maybe you're used to. No need to force, but if it feels nice or soothing, try it on for a second. I always fluff my hair up when I'm tapping that. And I want you to come back to that visualization of you someday in the future, feeling capable, feeling comfortable driving. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like making breakfast, no big deal. And I want to remind you that this is not a race. Like most things in life that are worthwhile, give yourself the time. You might even enjoy the process of taking baby steps. And if it's helpful, and maybe I'll be the one to remind you, but celebrate the small wins. If it's you even getting in the car and turning it on and then turning it off, that's a win. Slowly pushing out and letting that window of tolerance become wider. I'll leave it at that for today. As always, I love to hear what this brings up. If there are still hooks or thoughts or, but wait, what about this? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta for now.
Some scrub, Jay. We've got some plank, some learning, got some videos, some slippers.